Hello my dear students, welcome back to the session 5 on the chapter Structure of Atom. When white light is passed through the prism, it splits up to give different colors. I hope you have understood what is emission spectrum. This is very important to understand. The line spectrum of hydrogen is passed through the slit. It goes to the prism to give a series of lines. Next very important thing is what is line spectrum. So we have a lot of hydrogen atoms are there, isn't it? You can see how on the plate it will form different colored lines. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the session 5 on the chapter Structure of Atom. Last class we had learnt about Planck's quantum theory and photoelectric effect. Today we shall learn about spectrum and line spectrum of hydrogen atom. So first, dual behavior of electromagnetic radiation. Last session I had explained about the dual character of the radiation, that is they possess wave-like character as well as particle nature. That is, light possesses both particle and wave-like properties. Light has dual behavior. Whenever radiation interact with matter, it displays particle-like property. That is, when radiations are interacting with matter, then it is having particle-like property. Wave-like properties like interference and diffraction, it exhibits only when it is propagating. Okay, only when it propagates, it will show wave-like property. Okay, so next we are going to learn what is spectrum. About electromagnetic spectrum, I had explained to you all in the previous session. Similarly, when a white light is passed through a prism, it splits into series of colored band known as spectrum. Okay, when white light is passed through the prism, it will split into different colors. Okay, that band is called as spectrum. Okay, the first one is continuous spectrum. What is continuous spectrum? The spectrum which consists of all the wavelengths is called as continuous spectrum. If we pass white light through the prism, it will split up to give different colors, that is ranging from violet, that is 7.5 into 10 power 14 hertz, to red 4 into 10 to the power 14 hertz. So it contains all the light, that is VIBGYOR, which you have learnt. Okay, all the lights ranging from 7 to 4 into 10 power 14 hertz. Okay, so one line is overlapping with the other and it looks like continuous merging of the different colors to give one full band. So that is called as continuous spectrum. Here you can see when white light is passed through the prism, it splits up to give different colors. One you can see it is merging or overlapping with one another to give the continuous spectrum. I hope you have understood. Next we have emission spectrum. What do you mean by emission spectrum? A substance absorbs energy and moves to its higher energy state. The atom or molecules or ions have absorbed radiation are said to be excited. Okay, since the higher energy state is unstable, they return to the more stable energy state and they emit the absorbed radiation in various regions of electromagnetic spectrum. Now what is the exact meaning of this? Now for example, there is a gas in this discharge tube. Okay, it contains an anode and a cathode. The gas is at a very low pressure. For example, hydrogen gas itself we have taken. Okay, now when there is a high voltage which is passed, the gas starts heating up. Okay, we know that hydrogen has one electron. This is the nucleus and this is the electron which is there in hydrogen atom. Okay, in hydrogen atom there are many other empty orbits which is present. Now when you are heating up, that means you are giving it lot of energy. So the electrons in the hydrogen, okay, they get excited, they absorb the energy and they move to the higher energy level. It can absorb energy and the electrons from the lower energy level moves to the higher energy level. The higher energy level is called as the excited state. Okay, and this is called as the ground state. So it cannot be excited for a long time and these electrons have to return to their original ground state. So when they are coming back, okay, the energy what they had absorbed, that will be emitted. Okay, that light, if you pass through the prism, they will split up to give different series of lines. Okay, that is called as emission spectrum. Okay, so what happens, I've taken a gas, okay, I'm passing high voltage and at that time the gas starts heating up and the electrons in the hydrogen atoms will start getting excited by absorbing energy, but they can't stay in that excited state for a very long time. So they will come back to its original state and when it come back, they will emit the energy what it had absorbed in the form of radiation. That's why this tube starts glowing. Okay, the entire tube starts glowing. That light is passed through two slits to get a strip of light. I need a thin strip of light, so we have two slits here through which all the light, if it goes and falls in the prism, it will not give a nice spectrum. We cannot get a neat spectrum. That's why there is a slit where all the light will not fall on the prism. There is a thin strip of light which will go and fall on the prism and then it will get split up and you are going to get, if it is recorded on the photographic plate, you're going to get the lines, okay, in the dark background. See, it's dark and there are bright lines on that. This is called as emission spectrum. So I hope you understood. The spectrum of radiations emitted by the substance that has absorbed energy, okay, is called as emission spectrum. Okay, I hope you have understood what is emission spectrum. This is very important to understand the line spectrum of hydrogen. I'll go into the details of line spectrum of hydrogen. Same thing you need to understand for that. To understand better, we'll have a look at this. The gas which is glowing in the gas discharge tube is passed through the slit. It goes to the prism to give a series of lines when it gets split up. Okay, that is called as emission spectrum. Okay, next we have is absorption spectrum. So what is absorption spectrum? Absorption spectrum is spectrum obtained when radiation is passed through a sample of material. The sample absorbs radiation of certain wavelength. The wavelength which are absorbed are missing and comes as dark lines. Okay, so what is happening here? We'll see this diagram. See, now light is passed through a sample. Here for example some gas is taken, okay, and the light is passed through this. The gas will absorb some of the radiation and the remaining radiations which is not absorbed will pass through the slit and then through the prism and you're going to get the spectrum. Okay, the light which is coming, which is not absorbed, is then passed through the slit. It goes through the prism. Here it will get split up to give a spectrum. Okay, a plate in which you can see where there are dark lines, there, that is the place, or those are the radiations which was absorbed by the material. Okay, those are the radiations which were absorbed by the material. Such spectrum we call it as absorption spectrum. Here you can see color and dark lines. So you have a bright background with dark lines, that is absorption spectrum. Detail about absorption spectrum we do not have in our syllabus. You have to just know what is absorption spectrum. The diagram is not very important. It won't be asked for your exams. Okay. Next very important thing is what is line spectrum. The emission spectrum of atom in a gas phase emits light only at specific wavelength with dark spaces in between. Such spectra is called as line spectra or atomic spectra. That is, I told you, when the gas is heated up in the gas discharge tube, the electrons in the gas will get excited, goes to the higher energy level, and then when it comes back to the lower energy level or to its ground state, the extra energy what it absorbed is emitted in the form of radiation. That radiation, if you pass through the prism and when it gets split up and when it is caught in the photographic plate, you can see there are few dark lines which has come up. Such lines which are formed are called as line spectra or atomic spectra. Okay, so more detail about line spectrum of hydrogen we learn. Very important for your exam, asked several times for 3 or 4 marks. Okay, so what is line spectrum of hydrogen? When hydrogen gas under low pressure is taken in a gas discharge tube and a high voltage was applied across the electrode, electromagnetic radiations of discrete frequencies are emitted by hydrogen atom. Okay, the emitted light is passed through the prism to get a group of sharp lines of hydrogen spectrum. Okay, the hydrogen spectrum consists of several series of lines named after their discoverers. Okay, so what we are doing, we are taking a gas discharge tube. Okay, in this we have hydrogen gas at low pressure and we have applied a high potential, high voltage is applied. At that point, see, hydrogen gas is H2. Okay, we have one bond between the two hydrogen atoms. Correct? Now when you have passed high voltage here, what happens is this bond will break. So hydrogen atom has got one electron. Correct? These electrons, you're still heating it up, you're giving more of energy. So this electron will take up the energy, move from lower ground state to the excited state. They can't stay in excited state for a longer time, so they will come back to the ground state. When they come back to the ground state, they will emit radiations. This radiation, when it is passed through the prism, they will be split up into different series of lines, and these group of lines, okay, or these series of lines are named after their discoverers. So they have 5 series of lines, that is Lyman series, Balmer series, Bastian series, Brackett series and Fund series. P is silent here, we call it as Fund series. So these are the 5 series of lines which were discovered in line spectrum of hydrogen. To understand this better, I shall explain with a diagram. So here, if this is the nucleus, this is the first orbit, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Up to 7 empty orbits we have shown. Okay. Now, in hydrogen atom, the electron is in the first shell. Okay, this is the first shell or first orbit in the ground state. Now, when you have passed, you are giving a lot of energy. So, this electron can get excited and go to any level. It can go to the second level or it can go to the third level, depends. Each electron in the hydrogen atom can get excited from its first state to any level it can go. It can go to the second level. In another hydrogen atom, it might go to the third level. In another one, it can go to the 5th or 6th level, or it can go directly to the 7th level. So we have a lot of hydrogen atoms are there, isn't it? So in every hydrogen atom, depending on how much energy it has absorbed, it can get excited to different levels. Now, we are going to explain, thinking many hydrogen atoms are there, but with one diagram I am going to explain how these excited electrons are going to come back to their ground state. So now, for example, the excited electron is in the 7th level. Okay, that is the 7th orbit, it is there. Okay, it has absorbed lot of energy. Now suddenly from the 7th level, if it directly comes back to its ground state, then there is a line produced. Okay, in this is the spectrum if I tell. Okay, one line is produced. So from the 6th state to the first state, one more line. 5th to first, one more line. 4th to first, 3rd to first, 2 to 1. So if it comes back to the first level, okay, then it will form a series of lines here, which is called as Lyman series. This is called as Lyman series. Now, they don't want to come directly to the ground state. Okay, in some of the hydrogen atoms, the electrons, it is there in different level. It will all come to the second state. Okay, second state. See, from the 7th to 2nd, 6th to 2nd, 5th to 2nd, 4th to 2nd, 3rd to 2nd. It came to the second state. Then you got a series of lines called as Balmer series. It's called as Balmer series. Okay. Now, from here, if it comes to the first state, 2 to 1, again it will come in the Lyman series only. Okay, so it depends on which state it is coming to or which energy level it is coming to. If it comes from the higher energy level all to the 3rd level, then we call it as Paschen series. From the higher to the 4th level, if it is coming, we call it as Brackett series. From the higher level to 5th orbit or 5th energy level, if it is coming, then we call it as Pfund series. So you get 5 series of lines like this. Okay. So you have Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett and Pfund series. So one more way, if the electrons from any higher energy level, if it is coming to the first energy level, we call it as Lyman series, and here these radiations will fall into ultraviolet region in the electromagnetic spectrum. If it comes to n is equal to 2, that is the second orbit or second energy level, we call it as Balmer series, and here the radiations will fall into the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum. If it comes to n is equal to 3, we call it as Paschen series, which comes in the near infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. If it comes to n is equal to 4, that is a 4th orbit, then we call it as Brackett series. It comes in the far infrared region. If it comes to the 5th energy level, then we call it as Pfund series, which falls again in the infrared region. Okay, for convenience, for your exam, you can draw like this instead of this. Okay, I hope you have understood. I hope you have understood. Once again, from the higher energy, when it is coming to the second level, the energy emitted passed through the prism. This is actually of Balmer series. You can see how on the plate it will form different colored lines. Okay, so that is about the line spectrum of hydrogen. Next, Rydberg's equation to calculate the wave number of these lines. Okay, how can we calculate? It was given by Balmer, where wave number is equal to 109677 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square per centimeter. This equation is called as Rydberg's equation to calculate the wavelength of the spectral lines. How wavelength? Here wave number is given. You get the wave number, then wavelength is equal to 1 by wave number. You will get the wavelength, or other way around, actually it is wave number is equal to 1 by lambda. I have taken lambda on the other side, so 1 by wave number will give you the wavelength. So this is called as the Rydberg's equation. In this equation, what is n1 and what is n2? See, for Lyman series, n1 is 1 because all the electrons which is from the excited state are coming directly to the ground state. They are coming to n1. So from where they are coming? They can come from the second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, or anywhere above. And which region these spectral lines fall into? They fall into the ultraviolet region. Next we have Balmer series. n1 is 2. What is n2? 3, 4, 5. It falls into the visible region of the spectral electromagnetic spectrum. Next we have Paschen series. n1 is 3. What is n2? Higher than that, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So it falls in the infrared region. Next we have bracket series. N1 is 4, N2 is greater than that, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. Again it falls in the infrared region. Last one is fund series, where you have N1 is 5 and N2 is greater than 5. Again it falls in the infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so that is about the calculation of the wavelength or wave number using the Rydberg's equation. Next class we'll be learning about Bohr's theory for hydrogen atom, and I'll also solve some of the numericals also. I hope you have understood today's class. Thank you, my dear children. Stay focused, stay curious.